Welcome to Station 44. I'm Michael Kravitz.
I'm Andrew Scott Burke.
I failed you. I failed you in your pants.
Failed me in my pants, didn't
I had parents!
The depictions of Batman have changed throughout the years.
Starting with the Batman from the 1960s, where he was more childlike. He was really
in like a skin cloth that did nothing of protection whatsoever.
Yeah, and I always remember from the movie he was getting attacked by a shark, and it was so plastic. You could tell he was kicking some rubber plastic shark. It was really bad.
Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb.
The cartoon Batman, that ranged from a very old retro look.
The Joker, Batman, and Robin.
Doesn't he know it's not polite to point?
You just have Batman and you have Justice League, and then of course you have more the dark 90s version of Batman, Batman Beyond, a more hip version of Batman. Then you have the films of Tim Burton. It wasn't darker in characters, but it was darker in the artwork. It was very artsy looking.
Then you have the Batman done by Steven Soderbergh, Batman Forever and Batman and Robin. It was kind of along the lines of the comic book, but it wasn't done in such a cheesy way as in Batman and Robin, whereas in Batman and Robin, you have the Batman who is more of a commercial type, who's trying to, I guess, sell products.
7 million. Never leave the cave without it.
So stupid.
Oh, Jesus. What? But that all changed.
Yes, it did.
In the early 2000s, after Christopher Nolan brought back the Batman franchise in a whole revolutionary way, in which the way the fans wanted from the very beginning, but even more, with a dark, realistic version of Batman, but at the same time, a very in-depth analyzation of the characters, which is something we never saw before. And also, as we know from how it starts off, the beginnings of how he became Batman and how he started to become Batman.
Right. And you see Bruce Wayne as a child, which you never saw in any of the previous films.
Nolan took on the interesting challenge of showing Batman as a little kid growing up and showing how mentally messed up he has changed of his parents' death and who he's supposed to be and what path he's supposed to take. Bruce Wayne is still trying to find out the purpose of Batman and Batman's role on society throughout the films, especially in Dark Knight when the Joker challenges Batman's morals and his integrity throughout the film, making it more difficult for Bruce Wayne to continue playing Batman.
People are dying, Alfred. What would you have me do?
Endure, Master Wayne. Take it. They'll hate you for it, but that's the point of Batman. He can be the outcast. He can make the choice that no one else can make.
One of the most important and most entertaining aspects of the Nolan trilogy are the villains. Started in Batman Begins was Scarecrow, and he personalized fear through his drugs, making his victims visualize their own fear. He cleared the path for the arrival of
Ra's al Ghul, who wants true justice in the world and wants to destroy especially Gotham for its tolerance for gangs. During Ra's al Ghul's attempt of destroying Gotham, he lets out the character the Joker from Arkham Asylum, and also has a very interesting view on the world, which is chaos, is the best way to describe himself.
Upset the established order, and everything becomes chaos. I'm an agent of chaos.
He wants to take the citizens of Gotham and bring them down to his level of insanity by breaking their spirits completely, and showing them that they're just as crazy as he is, being that he's not a fan of the modernized moral system.
So one of the villains that are an example of the Joker's corrective policy is Harvey Dent, aka Two-Face. He loses the love of his life, Rachel.
Rachel!
He also loses half of his face because of the Joker. He uses a coin to decide the fate of other people that come in his way, and he also uses it for himself at the beginning, which signifies chance. And just like one of his famous quotes in the movie, you either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become a villain, and that's exactly what he did.
The villain Bane works with Talia al Ghul, Ra's al Ghul's daughter, to finish Ra's al Ghul's work of destroying Gotham. Bane breaks Batman's back and forces Batman to watch as Gotham falls down and Batman has nothing to do about it, personifying Bane as an agent of pain.
Why didn't you just kill me?
Your punishment must be more severe.
Torture.
Yes, but not of your body. Of your soul.
And of course you have Catwoman, not a full thief, but a former thief, trying to get her name clear by favoring good and bad guys on both sides.
The specific personifications make this sort of an artsy film. And the villains in the movies, they analyze the psychology of Batman as well as the psychology of themselves. And these are things that a blockbuster type of movie doesn't even really try to accomplish.
Of course, this realistic, dark version of a superhero has inspired another superhero franchise to follow the same footsteps of Superman, Man of Steel, which should be coming out soon, of also following the same dark, depressing version of Superman. So, catch us next time as we are going to be reviewing Joan of Arc, 1928, silent film. Very, very artsy.
So Christian Bale wanted to have an agreement with Christopher Nolan when he joined to be Batman in these movies that he didn't want Robin to play alongside him in any of the films. But as everyone knows, in The Dark Knight Rises, at the very end, you see that Robin is in fact in that movie.
Yeah, he's introduced, and it's interesting to see if he is going to be just as good as an icon of justice as Batman is. Is he going to be as good, being that his past doesn't destroy him as it almost did with Bruce Wayne? Is it going to be still as good as the previous movies?
So we want to hear from you. Do you think Joseph Gordon-Levitt is going to be playing, what type of Batman do you think he's going to be in the next Batman movies?